Hello everyone, this is the paper workshop at the Barrabup Sanctuary, and we've got this beautiful machine here which is the hydropulper. You can imagine it's like a big NutriBullet, a big blender. That's where I put the fiber in. I've actually got a bit of fiber over here that I would like to show you. That's the hemp fiber I'm starting with. It's getting grinded up for many hours. It gets into smaller pieces. Then I put it in the hydropulper together with some old paper. After that I end up with a very thick
paste
pulp.
Yeah.
And I pour it into here, dilute it with water, scoop out every sheet by hand, like this. In this stage I can add glitter or any other things. I'm transferring it onto this curve on a piece of cloth that we have here. From this stage I will have to transfer it over to here, lay it down. Now, a very special thing we do, we use a piece of plastic like this. That's what makes one side of the paper super smooth. And afterwards it goes into the press, where I press out the water. Once that's done, the paper is getting hung and has to dry for about 2 days. Afterwards, take off the plastic, take off the paper, and I've got a couple of sheets over here that I want to show you. Because of the making the paper in the hydropulp, every time the recipe is a bit different. So you can see nice little flower pieces. I use a little bit of local garlic paper, which is from around the bulb. Sometimes I add the logo. And you can see one side is very smooth and one side is a textured side. If you do drawings on it, some people prefer the textured side. Other people prefer the smooth side. Once I've done that, I go into paper binding, making those little beautiful notebooks. In order to do that, I choose my sheet and I cut them all by hand with this beautiful guillotine that I've got here that is probably much older than I am.
Still works really well.
Yeah. For the notebooks, I like to leave one side with that beautiful edge because that is like something very unique. I made drawings where I left that on and put it in a bigger frame so you actually have this edge around and you can use it as a feature. And I use it as a feature when I do the notebooks. I prepared the pages, the inside of the notebook. I use different papers to make it more interesting. Here you can see more bottle brush. If it has a yellow tinge, I use turmeric to dye it.
Cool.
And it goes all into here. I fold it up. Fold this side up. Leave this as a feature. And then I poke the holes with a scissor. Just very simple. You could also purchase paper and do your own notebooks at home. It's lots of fun, I can tell you. I can do that for hours and hours. And then I get this little hemp cord here. Poke that through one side. Hopefully it comes out on the other side. It does. Pull it through. Turn it around. Do the same on the other side. And once you've done that, I mean, you don't have to use the same technique that I do. Some people like to do a binding with more like a plasticky thing to make like proper sketchbooks, but I really like this method, especially because we're on the hemp farm, so we should use hemp thread. Yeah, and then you can add a little bead at the end of the cord to close it up. If you purchase one of our notebooks, it will have a nice little bead in the end, and then here you go.
Voila.
Voila!
Gorgeous. Thanks, Steph. That was a great demo.